This talk is about the recent budget of the government. Now, I'm not an economist, I'm a political journalist, so I cannot pretend to know very much about the economy. But what I have observed in the last 40 years that I have written about India and been a journalist in India is that import duties, which Mr. Nehru, the first Prime Minister, imposed so as to allow Indian industries to create their own products, to protect Indian industries, has not worked. On the contrary, what we see today is that Indians are the best copiers, but they're not inventors. Indians used to be, the best inventors in the world. Many of the world creations and mathematics and astronomy and astrology were born in India. But today, of course, because of colonization, because of invasions, Indians have lost that inventiveness. Instead, they become copiers. We see that in Bollywood, entire Hollywood scenes are taken and copied scene by scene. Many of the Bollywood films are just copy of Western films, Hollywood films. The same is true of industries. You look at cycles, for instance. For 50 years, Hero, sold the same obsolete cycle that dates to the 40s. The Royal Enfield might be a good motorcycle, but it's just a copy of the Enfield, original Enfield. A little bit of modification here and there. I know Westerners love it, but it's just it's just a copy of a motorcycle. There are no computers worth the name in India. You see the Chinese, they have created Lenovo. Lenovo, one of the fastest selling computers, laptops in the world. There are no mobile phones that Indians have created worth, of international standard. No ACs, fridges. So these import duties that again appeared in the budget have not protected Indian industry. On the contrary, they have helped them to remain dormant. The motorcycles in India that you see today on the roads of India, those you saw like 30, 40 years ago in Japan. They're just copies of Japanese motorcycles, but from 40 years ago. Hero had a collaboration with Honda, and so they came out with some better motorcycles, and then they damned Honda. Now Hero is back alone, and the same motorcycles are sold, and you see advertisement on TV, you see ads for crores of rupees, about motorcycles that are obsolete. This is a scandal. Take Brazil, for instance. Brazil is making planes. The Embraer is a remarkable plane that is used all over the world, including in India. Now you have HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Have they created anything, any plane of value? They've been protected. No, they haven't. Everything is taxed in India. Recently, I received a parcel of stevia from France, of sugar, artificial sugar. It was taxed. So this budget, though I'm sure is good in its intent, is Nehruvian in the spirit. Again, with subsidies, with an eye for elections to please the people, again with import duties. So we need a Chinese type of budget. The Chinese, whatever their faults, they're not a democracy, they're autocratic, but whatever their fault, they have liberalized the entire economy. And you look today, the Chinese industries are, some of the top in the world. So we need that kind of budget. We need the Chinese reforms. We don't need this Nehruvian budget, which are in spirit, they're the same. They're not much different. There's no revolution there. Indian economy is not good today. It is slagging. People are not buying. So we need a reform. Mr. Modi needs to be much bolder. Namaste.